What up? So I know what you're thinking. Fuck, she's back. Seriously? Fuck. And, to those of you who feel that way, fuck you too. But for those of you who are just as crazy and fucked in the head as I am, yet are still probably the most logical people on the planet, I missed you guys. And I love ya. And I actually am glad to be back. So, I've been super busy and everything, and I just happened to be extremely inspired by something that was sent to me by my friend LJ on Twitter earlier today. And I just really have to thank LJ because he sent me something, and I know he sent it to me with the intention of me doing a skit or parody of this situation, which I assure you I will be doing. However, I really wanted to share this with you guys, just for anyone who hasn't seen it. I really wanted to show this to you guys, and, we can kind of discover this together. And if you have any ideas for how you want me to parody this, I would really appreciate any thoughts. You can put them in the comment section below, and of course I always give credit where credit's due, but there are some amazingly brilliant thoughts and ideas floating amongst my YouTube family out there, and I love it when we can come together and really do something funny. So any ideas are much appreciated. Yeah, let's check out this let's check this shit out and, kind of see what this is about together.
It's okay to be gay.
Welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Lindsay, and this is my best friend Teddy, and today we're talking about feminism.
Or somewhere in between. We all are part of one big family. Gay means happy. Queer kid stuff. You are enough here at Queer Kid Stuff.
Gay means happy. You are enough. You're a queer kid stuff. Oh my god. Okay. There's so many things wrong with that. I'm sorry. Kids, yes, kids should be made to, just know that whoever they are and however they feel, that's cool. But, going to the point of, actually talking to kids about, different gender roles and shit like that, it's bullshit. You're starting to indoctrinate them into a fucking culture that actually views this as normal, when honestly it's a very small percent of the population. I'm not being a dick. I'm just saying these are kids, and they should be taught how the real world is, the facts of it, not the, not being raised to think that certain things are better than others, and anyhow, let's just see what else this crazy ass has to say.
Lindsay,
Yes, Teddy?
why are you dressed up like that?
I'm dressed like Rosie the Riveter because we're talking about feminism.
Who's that?
Well, Rosie isn't a specific person. She's a symbol or an icon, something that represents a bigger idea. Rosie represents feminism.
Okay, so what's feminism?
I'm glad you asked. Do you remember when we talked about gender?
Of course.
Well, here's the truth. Sometimes things are unfair. One of the biggest things that's unfair is that people are treated different than others.
What I find really unfair is that fucking people like this lie, and it's not just the queer kid stuff. I mean, there's bullshit like this that is mainstream in the fucking schools, teaching our kids that, men are always treated better than women, and everyone's racist and blah, 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 and it's okay. That's what's fucking unfair. I'm just, good But no, queer kid stuff. Gay means happy. Fuck me.
Because of their gender, girls are not always treated the same as boys. Our country was founded in 1776, but did you know that girls weren't allowed to vote for president until 1920? That's 150 years boys could vote.
So let's bring up things that happened 100 years ago and, forget all about the major strides that different movements and actually that feminism as a movement in the beginning actually did major wonders for, and forget how far we've come. Fuck that. Forget about the fact that we've come so far that women are now treated better than men in just about every fucking case. No matter how crazy they are or no matter how fucking big of a cunt they are. Which, by the way, they are becoming more and more of because they are feeling more and more entitled because of bullshit like this.
Why weren't girls always allowed to vote?
I don't know, Teddy. That's just the way it was. Girls weren't seen as equal to boys. Sometimes they still aren't.
Well, you know what? You got me there because you're obviously a girl and I don't consider you equal to boys at all. So I guess I have to give you that one.
That's where feminism comes from. Rosie the Riveter actually comes from a time when girls were finally allowed to have jobs that only boys had.
Yes, women were finally allowed to have the jobs that men had, but that's because they had to, because the men were all off at war fighting, so they needed women to do the men's jobs. It didn't have to, it's like, oh no, she led the women's movement, blah, blah, blah. No, not at all. That is not how it happened. Women had to go to work in the factories to create more weapons, they had to go to work in the steel mills because we were at war. And all the men were off fighting, so the women had to take over those jobs of creating these weapons, creating these planes, creating these things that we needed to fight and win World War II. So, you really make that sound misleading. That just really fucking pisses me off, you dishonest fucking bitch.
That's why she's so important.
She sounds really cool.
She is, and we are still trying to make sure girls are treated the same as boys today. Girls still aren't paid as much as boys for the same job.
Oh my god. If I have to hear that fucking shit one more time, I swear to God, I think my fucking head is going to explode. You are liars. You're fucking liars. On average, when you do find examples of men and women working the same position with the same education, the same experience, the same amount of years, women make on average 10% more than men do in those cases. You dumb fucking bitch liars. You just make yourself look so fucking stupid and it makes me sick. Ugh, that you spout this shit and you actually believe it. Just shut up. Christ.
Wow, that seems sort of unfair.
Yes, it is. And that's why we need feminism and feminists. Because feminism is the belief that boys and girls should be treated as equals.
So does that mean if you get pissed off and you hit a man, he's allowed to hit you back? Because that's something I would like to ask her. I would like her to answer me that question. Do you want me to treat boys and girls equally? If a girl goes and hits a boy first and the boy hits her back, who's going to get punished? Who's the one in the wrong in that situation?
I believe that.
Then you're a feminist, Teddy.
No, that makes you an egalitarian, Teddy. Feminists, look at the root of the word. Fem. Women. Feminism. It is a movement for women. It does not do anything to help men. It does not do anything to help boys. All it does is try to make women be superior in all areas of life to men. It is unfair, it is wrong, and it is a dishonest practice at this point. There was a time when, yes, feminism was desperately needed. Those times are gone. You won, ladies. We won as a gender. We won our right to vote. We won our right to have the same rights as men have. Give it up. It's over.
That makes me so excited. Now, what do I have to do as a feminist?
All you have to do is treat boys and girls fairly and equally. It's really that simple.
I can definitely do that.
Awesome. So now we want to know how you're a feminist. Let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for new videos every Wednesday. If you want to learn more about feminism, you can always ask a grown-up, and they can download our activity sheet in the link below.
That is true, kids. If you want to learn more about feminism, please ask a grown-up. Preferably one named Babbling Brooke, because Babbling Brooke is a grown-up, and she will tell you more about feminism, and she will tell you the truth. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little foray into the world of fucktardedness as much as I did. Like I said, I will be doing a parody of this. I'm looking forward to that as soon as I get a little more time. Anyways, miss y'all, love y'all. Mwah. See ya.